Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at why that teacher got fired from school. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. He wanted to date a teacher and she turned him down. So then he suspected that she was sleeping with a student. He then hired a private investigator and had her followed. She found out about it, went to the cops, requested a restraining order, and he was brought up on stalking charges. It was discovered that she was sleeping with a student. Plot twist in a plot twist! He was fired. I don't recall her facing any sort of discipline. It was a 17-year-old. It all started because he was bragging. The rumors of her dating a student started well before the teacher started pursuing her. The rejected teacher hired a private investigator because he heard the rumor mill. Most people in the school thought the two teachers were dating because the male teacher was always in her classroom, even during class hours. He would buy her flowers often. She was the cheerleader's coach, and he was always sitting in on her practices after school. The male teacher abruptly stopped going to her class and going around her. The private investigator and stalking accusations came 2 months after that. Everyone figured he had her followed and investigated after he was rejected. Dang! She slept with a student and nothing happened? If it was a guy teacher, oof. He was the gym teacher for over 30 years. He volunteered to stand near the trash cans during lunch every day to ensure the students dumped their food and gave the finished trays to the cafeteria workers in an organized way. He had done this for decades, even when my father attended that junior high. One day, a student decided to toss her entire tray in the trash instead of dumping the contents and giving it to the cafeteria work. He removed the tray from the trash and gave it back to her. She threw a carton of chocolate milk at his face, close range. He responded by punching her in the eye. Oh, wow. She deserved that though. You don't start physical violence and expect nothing to happen to you. No, but seriously, I was not expecting that. I thought it was him taking the food from the bin. Okay, I see. I guess that works too. Embezzled something like $20,000 from the school field trips she was in charge of scheduling for the whole school. All field trips that needed to be paid for, she planned and took the money for. Overcharged the students, but only deposited the amount for what the trip cost and kept the rest. Did it for decades and stole about $20,000 over time. Not only fired, but charged and found guilty. Not sure how much time she was given. Dang, she planned field trips just to steal money? That's crazy. She did it for decades too. Wow, that's one way to make your money. Scam kids? Because he set up a camera in the middle school theater changing room, girls' side. His dumbass was on the beginning of the video, turning the camera on and adjusting a modified shoebox he put over it to hide it. A student found it and took it home, watched it with his parents. Goodbye. He was like, let me just set this up. History teacher never really taught history. Sometimes he'd just yell at the kids in class. It got worse when his son died in Desert Storm. Then he spent half the class time crying. Assistant principal had to take over one too many days. Eventually he stopped coming to school and we never saw him again. Oh, so he just never taught and he would just be the person yelling at kids, and then his own kid died and then he just cried the entire time when he was teaching. That's kind of sad. He was actually just a substitute, left quicker than he arrived. He told our class he practices judo, so one student told him to show a move. The move he chose to demonstrate on this student in front of the class was a sleeper hold. Put that guy right to sleep and got charged with assaulting a minor. I mean, the student was like, hey, do it on me. So, I mean, seriously, he didn't have to do it for reals. Why did he actually do it for real and just make a kid faint like that? Gave a student written confirmation of the zero tolerance policy, highlighting that any two students involved in a fight would get the same punishment. Next time the kid got bullied, he tore into the bully and started pounding him in the head with a trash bin lid. The written confirmation got used to successfully demand both students suffer the same consequences, especially after the student showed he had received confirmation that he wouldn't be punished more severely for fighting back. From that point, can I get that in writing was basically a get out of jail free card. Wow, that student knew what he was doing. He was like, give me that written confirmation so I can bash this kid's head Good stuff, man. I mean, I do not condone violence, right? But if you're gonna get bullied and someone's kicking you in the head or something, you should be able to fight back. Because why would you just let them kick you in the head? When after that, you're both gonna get in trouble. But you're messed up. You have a wonky head and you have a balloon eye, but the bully is all looking good and you two get the same punishment. Not my school, but the school he went to after mine. He was hired as a soccer coach, I believe, and somehow ended up coaching cheerleaders. He ended up having a sexual relationship with a student. The girl wrote about it in her diary. Her mum read it, called the cops, and they had the girl invite him over for sex. He knocked on the door and they jumped out and arrested him. This was 20-ish years ago. I think he's out now. What? That's crazy. Like, your student inviting you over to their house and you actually going? As a teacher? Well, obviously, they're effed in the head, but like, they're also that dumb, eh? My dad was a sub-teacher for a while after he retired. He got personally escorted out of the school once for doing black magic for 5th graders. He did a card trick, and he was in the process of cutting a sheet of paper in a way that makes it possible to walk through it. He got banned for doing a magic trick. Like, what kind of teachers were in their right minds to be like, yep, that man over there is doing black magic, so let's kick him out. All his classes were failing. If anyone asked a question, he'd respond with, ask someone else who does know. As if we ever wanted to ask him anything unless the entire class didn't understand. This was my old chemistry teacher. He was fired halfway through the year. We then didn't have any chemistry classes for a while. Imagine being a teacher teaching and a student is like, how did you get that answer, sir? I don't know. Ask somebody who knows. I don't get paid enough for this. She almost got fired for that, but somehow she stayed. She got pregnant with one of her students on prom night and found out after his graduation. The funniest part is she was a sex ed teacher. Like, you can't find somebody your age? You have to get with the freaking student? She made us pay $5 for homeworks that hasn't been done. This bitch. Yo, I would have been poor in school then. I just never did my homework. Dude, imagine coming home and being like, Mom and Dad, can you give me $25 just in case my freaking teacher takes it from me because I didn't do my homework? What would happen if the kids don't have $5 though? Like, what would she do? Slap him? He was asked to resign because he was engaged to one of the other teachers. They're still happily married and he made more money as a carpenter. Great guy. Oh, that's cute as. A teacher marrying another teacher and now they're still happily married? Yo, that's love. Hey, this one's a good one. Finally. A good reason someone left the school. Dude was a social studies teacher. He was also the girls' swim team coach. One day in class, he connected his computer to the projector, but he clicked the wrong file, and instead of whatever video he intended to show class, a video of the girls' swim team using the school shower was presented instead. There was a girl from the swim team in the class when it happened. Dude got canned and taken out of the school by the local PD. Are you kidding me? So he put like cameras in the school showers? Holy shit, man. Now it makes me wonder, like, how often this happens. Like, what if it just happens but nobody knows and then the guy just takes the camera back and no one ever knows? She full-bodied a student on the wall and started yelling at him because he wasn't sitting still and respecting our 5th grade practice graduation ceremony. She was 6'2" and heavy-set. He was frail. You can imagine how that went. She was a loved teacher though, so she got hired back as a hall monitor. What the heck is that? But what in the Matilda is this? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!